Hello, welcome back. So it's been long since I made the last episode. The fact is, for sure, I'm having a lot of stuff going on, but with all those ones going on, I still actually make time for this, and I really appreciate your support. To those ones who support me in any ways, those ones who buy the course, those ones who buy the code, I really so much grateful for your generosity and support. And to do that, members who buy code on different projects, you have if you have any issues, simply WhatsApp me. I'm just going to go to all my most of my videos. I will be putting a link to the WhatsApp group where you can contact me directly or where you can post your complaint, and then I will help you set it up. Now, most of the people, others have not watched the video, others have no idea. And depending on if you have watched the video, the setup, helping you set it up will be really free, okay? But some others who just buy the code and they did not watch the video, I think at some point, depending on the level of your problem, you might just need to pay a fee to help you set it up to run it, okay? But for now, let's just go ahead. And I guess from our previous episode, we had issues. We didn't have, if I'm to check, let me just go and run. I have to go and run something like npx prisma studio. So I'm just going to go and check the studio and see if we have any doctors. Just go and check, more especially the users. Okay. So if you check the users, so far we have only one doctor. Okay, who also don't have the profile. If you are to check, it doesn't have the doctor profile. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to create. If you see in the table of profiles, there is no any profiles. So I'm just going to go ahead and create some profiles. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and create some profiles so that we can move on. Okay. So basically what I can also do is getting the ID to this doctor and we start with him. Now, because I might not have time to validate the email, I'm just going to go and get the ID. I think it is this one. And I don't know what was the route. Um, if you go list your service, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and just go ahead and try to list our service. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and start a new application. We can either start it from here or we can just click on here, get started. Any of these ones can work. I think we are so beyond that because this one is going to take us to the register page. Let's go and see. I think it must take us to the onboarding, something like this. Um, Wait a second. Let's go back. Resume, begin. Okay. We could just go to this. resuming your application, we don't have our application started, so we have to start afresh. We don't have the tracking number or anything. So what I'm just going to do is just going to go ahead and see after sign up, where do we actually go? Um, we could just go and check. I've just already forgotten of how the app moves. So we have the doctor, we have this, and so in this back, and then we have the front. So in the front, we have the onboarding, then ID. I think this is the starting process. So it's going to be onboarding. So we just go onboarding, and then we could just have the ID just like this, paste this ID, and let's go ahead and start. So we just need to add some data simply so that we can just move on. Because in the dashboard, we cannot do that. And I think we have to log in also. Um, I'm just going to go ahead and log in. I don't know why this is doing slowly. I'm just going to go ahead and log in here. So this was this, and I think the password was what? Is it doctor? Yeah. And okay, so this is the doctor's dashboard. Great. So I'm just going to refresh this page. Okay, so you can see now is logged in. So let's just go ahead and create the first name. I'm just going to look at this. I'm just going to see first name, maybe Asuman. Last name, I'm just going to do, I'm just going to do GB. Now, by the way, for this date picker, it is something we're just going to work on. We need to change. We will not use this date picker. This is a very terrible date picker. I think there is one date picker. Let's see, React date picker npm. I think I have. There is a date picker. I don't remember which one, but it has a very nice component. Okay, I don't know if why I didn't keep it. We just have to change the date picker wherever it is. We'll have to change that component of the date picker. We have to get a better one. Let me just go to this 190 downloads. I think it must be this one. So if you just look at this, it doesn't look great. But you look at this is really good. You can just go here now, move the years, just like this. This is a much better picker than the other one. Okay, this one is a match. You can just say 20. If I want 1993, it is very easy to go to back and forth 93, go this side, and you can just go back to July and then they give you to pick the date. Okay, just like this. Okay, the only problem I have is the CSS of this. It doesn't look really great, but the picker itself is really solid. Okay, so we'll just use this one. You can also cross check others. This one has 1 million. Okay, that is serious. Downloads. Can we look at the demo? Just like this. I always just want to see the demo before I just always just to to look at how it looks like. But here they just have this. This one looks like the exact the same way for shard. You know, we don't want the one that looks like the one for shard demo here. So you just go here and if you just like want to change, this is not good. The problem with these ones is that this is too hard to change the years. Okay, someone wants to change 1995, you cannot type, you cannot, this is not good. It's exactly the one we have. So that one is not good. React date pick demo 56. Oh, I think this is just the same one. Oh, so this one you have even time. Okay, so you just can go here, just an extension, I think, of the other one. That you can even pick time. You can just go here, say AM, and you can check the time. Yeah, okay. So, but the one we want is simply the date. We don't want the one with time. So, I think, was it this one? I think it is this one. Uh, yeah, it is this one. Okay. It is this one, and the usage is simply put the date picker. Okay, we have to change, and whenever there is a date picker, can we first do that? I don't feel comfortable with this. Okay, I really don't. This, no. I'm just going to go ahead and see where we have these forms. Onboarding steps, whatever we have. Did we create a date picker component? We could just see if we created a date picker component. That's the good thing of creating like a date picker component. And let's just see. Yeah, we have date picker here. And we just need to maintain the same. Yes. So it takes in the title, everything. So the only thing that we're just going to change is the implementation, but it just remains exactly the same. Because if you look at it, here is that we have the value and only change, and this the types they have handled here is an example. Value piece, okay, and type value is value piece or value, or I don't know what is this. Then in this you have value and on a change, use state, it takes in value, and then here it has new date. I don't know if that is really all necessary, but let's just try to implement this. And you have custom styling here. Okay, let's just go ahead and install this. Okay, just npm install this. So while it is installing, let's just go ahead and update some things. Let's see, it consists of TypeScript. Okay, they have a timekeeper, of course. Okay, here is a basic example. So this is a basic example. And here are the props that you can put. Okay, they have tons of props for sure. Let's just go and see if we can find. They say if you want to use default React.pick and React kind of styling to build upon it, you can import them using this. Okay, so at first, let's first go ahead and try to install and see um, if we can get it working. So I'm just going to go here, import use state up to here for the types. So just go this, and I'm just going to put these types here. And then we're just going to have this only change. So there is only change and set only change. The only thing that changes is the value that we put here. So what we can also do is I'm just going to copy this. Okay, I'm just going to copy this, and whatever this or pop over thing is not necessary. Just simply put this date picker, and you can import the date picker. Then for the only change and the value is just simply use state, whereby we have the date and then set date. Okay. I guess this shouldn't give any problems, really. And let's just go and see if this is going to bring problems to this side. Okay. So the stylings are really very terrible. I can see. Okay, let's just go ahead and import their styles. I don't know why. I don't know why they did that, but it looks really terrible. Just add these two lines here, and they said these ones they can help us do some custom styling. Maybe try to refresh. Okay, great. So I'm not sure this, but now so we are having some really big problems with this. I believe because of this component being, how comes it is stopping there? um, does this have overflow hidden? We can just like check. This seems like the form has an overflow hidden. Just check here on this mini screen and just go to onboarding. Let's go inside here. Okay, we just have this overflow hidden. Okay, let me just see if this solves the problem. Refresh. It's refreshing endlessly. Okay, we have the, of course, the problem here, but let's just see if it solves this problem here. Okay, yeah. Temporalities, you can select the years here, and I don't know now. We still have the other one. Hmm. How would we style this? Let's first look at the styles prop here. If you go on this calendar props, so they have class name to the main div, string, blah blah. Let me just first go and just try to see if we give it some styles. If it refuses, we might go back to the other one as we get a better one because I don't want to break the styles. So if I just go here and I just give the class name, let's give it first of all Z index of maybe 50. If this one, I don't know if they use it like, yeah, I think Z index is the solution. Okay, so you can see after giving it Z index, it can just have this. Then I can just like, can we make it like rounded? It rounded MD. It's like supposed to apply on the container. Okay, for starters, let's first give it like BG red 600. I don't know, why does this apply? Oh, it simply applies on this. Okay, okay, okay. It just simply applies on this. So this window, we have less, more or less of the control over that window. Okay. So the roundness does, it does not do anything as such. Rounded does not do much as such. So if I just say border none, is that the border? So if I just say border 0, does this border go? Okay, if I, okay, wait, border, then you say border, and then you say border blue 500. What does this do? Okay, so this one must be the ring then. So ring 0. Okay. Okay. Of course, I don't want it to be that. I just want to be slate. Only that I don't know if the other one was a ring or no roundness. If I increase the padding y to 2, okay, what happens? Okay, that one will not help. So just leave it padding. I don't know what is that border. I don't know if it's a border or something. I don't know if we inspect this. Let me give it padding y of 2, and let me just go and inspect this. Can we inspect this? What is this? So we have styles from the picker, box sizing, padding, okay, flex, mean width. So I want to see like what is this? They have this wrapper. Oh, so this wrapper is having this border, right? Okay. So we have this React wrapper. So this one we can target this in CSS. So let's just go to our CSS. Just go to styles. I don't know where our styles. Where can we find the styles? I mean, the app has grown to this level, guys. The app is really big. API components global.css. Okay, so here we have the CSS. I'm just going to go here and put this class. So let's just go and say border 0 pixels. And we can just say this is important. Okay. You can just refresh to see if this has worked. And let me just be looking at the one of shard so that we style it to look like the one of shard. Just go to date pick. It is here. Okay, so it has the calendar icon only. Should just have the calendar icon only. Okay, so it has gone, which is great. So if you still go ahead and see here the border, other things we just want to leave them. Okay, so you can see now this is working. I don't think there is even a need of putting the word important. Oh, important is required. Okay, let's go and see some other things. Okay, let's go and see other things. Like these things, what are they? Hey, these inside ones, these. I'm just going to sort of like drop this one. So we have this input. It is just like an input. It is not necessarily needed really to show them like that. So we have this one, then there is this span. So we could just like target this class. Okay. And I give it display none. Just go and just target this class divider and just say display none. We'll also just add many classes here. There is another one, this one here. This one. And I think there's the same class divider. Then we have now this other one. Input to complete the type 2 numeric max mean. Oh, so this is the placeholder. Okay. Okay. This is the placeholder here. So how do I give display none to a placeholder? I could just like let's just chat GPT very fast, and we could just ask it if I have an input, if I have a form input, a form input, how do I hide the placeholder from CSS? Placeholder from CSS. Okay, okay. So uh, just edit a little bit. If I have a form input with a class, uh, form input, let's just see how it is going to target it with the class. Okay, so this is the way we should target it. Just go here in CSS. I'm just going to add this. Let's go and get the classes. These classes. Just get the classes. Let's start first getting the first one, input, and this is the class, for instance. Just copy this class from. Just you put the class just like this. React date. Uh, um, how does this work? Where does it stop? Is this like one class? Okay, so it is React date picker input group input React date picker input group month. And then this is, so we have the one for the month. I think we just need to target only the input group. We put off the placeholder. So just target this only, visibility none. Let's go ahead and refresh. We'll see if we have some progress in any way. Okay, the some of these are gone. Okay, okay. So now the only remaining are the slashes. So how do we take off the slash? So they have this one. Just copy the class. Sorry. Just need to copy the class only. Just going to give it was this comma, and I'm just going to add this. Uh, Simply add a dot on this one. Then another one. So there's this one. React date input group, and then I think is it the same one with this React date picker input group divider? It is the same actually. Okay, so we don't need this. Just to say maybe this is important. Okay, refresh. Just see if this one takes it. Okay. Wait. Okay. So now we are remaining with this. Now we check the date and date. Okay. So. Hmm. Mm, we don't want to be like this. We just want it to. After selecting the date, so on the selecting they are not there, but after selecting they even format the date, May 8th 2024. Okay. mm, yeah, that one is not a big deal, I guess, for the formatting. Let's see the display here. Oh, so this is good because if you display it like this, you actually don't need the slashes. Okay. Okay. You can just like have it this way. So the one they return here, they just simply format it like this, which is okay. I get. So we have this. Can we? Do they have this X to remove? Do we need it, or simply select another date? Why do we have to have it? Because if you just like have this, simply click again and select another one, or select on the calendar or whatsoever. And they made the whole thing clickable. Here is just like it is an actual input. But if you just tap anywhere, actually it opens. Okay. Um, so if you check and they changed the whole thing instead, actually. They really changed. That is like Are we not changing the whole library or something? Only wanting the picker. Okay. Okay, so maybe there's the divider, I don't know, and the placeholder, we could just maybe leave them. Now that we have some, you know, some things, but I will just make sure I customize this to look somehow more better in my free time. For now, I'm just going to leave them there, but in my free time, the good thing is that you can change these two okay, you can change these two icons. I saw here on the props, you have the calendar icon, the content of the calendar button setting the value explicit to null while okay, so okay. Also there is this calendar icon. There's calendar props. I don't know what this one does, but the calendar icon, can we try to add a lucid icon and see? Lucid. I just want to first go and add a lucid icon like calendar. Okay, we have like this one, calendar. Looks great. So let's just go and see if we can add that. Calendar icon. And I'm just going to add calendar from Lucid. Let's just go and see. So we could just leave these ones on for the purposes of just go and see. We have some errors. I think this icon is not okay. Okay, so let's just leave the icon for now. At least it can, select really well. I just like this. Okay. The only thing just give maybe let's give it the PX also 3. I don't know if this, yeah. So this is okay. So far let's just go with this. I think to me this one is more okay. Is more okay. We could just say go with that. Okay. It looks somehow. So to match with these ones, I think these ones they have looks like they have a 1.5. Is that 2.5? The padding Y. Just change this one 1.5 just to match exactly with I think these ones. Okay. Okay. I think this looks great according to the customizations. Really, the good thing is that we can select a very big long back here. and then you could just have even this. They take the whole year. Okay, just go like this, and and then you could just select the year, and then you could just like select the year, and then like the month, and then the date. Okay, great. So the date picker has been updated. Let me hope this won't give us bugs. Let's continue. I'm just going to put the name. I was going to give this Asumani something, and then here JP, the middle name. Let me just put Opolot, Mayor, save and continue. Let's just go and see. Okay, so doctor profile created. They give us the tracking and and you can see that the date has been, if we check, I think on the terminal. Sorry for that. I got an expected call. Okay, let's just go and check if this console down. Okay, if this console down the date. So you can see the date of birth actually was recorded properly. 1992. We is when just like we recorded. So yeah, that was great. We just changed the component and it changed everywhere and didn't even affect anything. I like that. Okay, so maybe we just give it BG white. Seems like the slate or other inputs have, and this must be looking terrible in the dark mode. Dark. Okay, so we have to first of all change and give it BG slate 50. Instead, I just give it BG white. And then in the dark mode, let's give it BG slate maybe 900. Let's just give it 900. We see if this matches with others. Like these others have, I think, 950 or something. Now, the icons, can we change the text to so dark text slate a 50, and then BG slate this one just going to give it 950. I think all others have that, and then also the border. Now the problem is that actually these ones, I don't know, the styles for that, and even the calendar itself. Oh, okay. So if we leave this with white, let me just remove this. Just say white. Okay. Why is this current having this? Okay, let's also remove the BG, and we see this. So if you remove the BG, this is like sort of like transparent. Okay. I think actually just like here is looking great. When at these icons, how can we style these icons? Can I just style the icon? Could just go ahead and just like just get to see this icon. It is an SVG. and it has some classes here. It has some classes uh, that you can target in CSS, I guess. Just like this, and let's get color white. But now we just want it like have color white in dark mode or something only. The problem actually is on the picker itself. In the dark mode, it changes, everything changes. Let's just go back to the light mode and we see light. Okay. So in the mode, it works best in the light mode. In the dark mode, it can change to this, which is okay, I guess. If we put this border for it, we can just say in the dark border slate like 600 so that it is really minor. Okay, the only problem we have with now is this. The good thing if you pick this here. Okay, so for now I just use it in the light mode. We suggest to move on that for now, I guess, as we are trying to get a proper solution to this. But for now, we can just be using this. If you like the other picker, you can still be using it. I'm just going to use this one. Okay, yes, may fill in more information, medical license. I'm just going to go ahead and just enter exam. Fake license, CNJV009 and KCB-M. Maybe that's like the 1 years of experience. Let's put 5. The medical license expiry, we can just say this is going to expire in 2020, maybe 6. And then 2027, November 18th. And then you just come here, biography. I just go and just use ChatGPT here. Create for me a biography, a description for a general medicine doctor. Keep it brief. Okay, just like not to spend a lot of time. Just get any data here and let's add in this. Okay, and you can just say Dr. Asuman JB. Okay, then professional profile image. Let me just choose the image here. We have to add the image. Professional image. Where do we get professional image? I don't have any professional image. Let me add this one. Upload. Okay, so the image must have been big. Make sure, let me see. So you can see this is 2.7 MBs. Okay, so I'm just going to first, you can just go and work on this. Okay, can we just get any other image? A handsome male doctor, just say here, a handsome male doctor. Simple as that. And you could just say square. Okay. Just go ahead and let's get this one. Save image. Okay. So just go and upload this one. Just get a new image, this, and let's upload this one. Okay. Save and continue. Let's save and continue. Okay. So just on this now. Email address, just going to say Suman gb@gmail.com. Phone number, let's just put +534 7890 3. This is not my number. So, and then country, let's just say maybe USA. City, let's just say uh, New York. Okay. State, New York. Save and continue. Okay, so contact medical school. Yes, say here medical school of Massachusetts. Just some data, random data. Graduation year 20, maybe 2020. Just say 2008. Then here, select your primary specialization. We have medicine. Okay, and then so for these specializations, we are supposed to actually fetch the actual ones. If we just go to, let's just first of all keep this tracking. Okay, I'm just going to keep it somewhere just in case. The good thing we can't just see it in the database, so it's okay. I just want to change and get these. Do we have the specializations? I think we have the. If you just go and check on this Prisma new, so we have the services. So we can just go ahead and check. The only thing, did we relate to this? Okay, let's just be serious about this. So select your primary specialization. Now these ones might not necessarily be the ones, but we can't just fetch them according to the one we have. This one does not necessarily have to be the services. These ones can be specializations also. We just have to have a model for specializations. For now, let's just pick medicine. Add other specialties, gynecology. Okay. Then dental care. Okay. Just like this. Then upload your academic documents. So just go here, get some PDFs. Make sure the very small ones. Uh, I'm just going to get a small one like this one. Just upload this. Okay, and let's just go and save and continue. Okay, so we have the hospital name. Uh, JD Packs, whatever. And here you could just use this fake filler for sure. Hospital address, could just say a New York. Okay. Some information here, hospital address, hours of operation, 12. Do you accept insurance? Yes. Hospital services, gynecology, general medicine, just like any other information you could just add. Let's leave on that. So let's say we're just on the final step and the education history. Just use fake filler here to feed in this specialization and awards. These ones, so just go here and add any added documents. Just add this. Okay, just complete. Okay, profile completed successfully, and we have been redirected to the dashboard. So now we first of all we just need a place maybe in settings where we'll have to show all those forms with their details. Okay, for instance, to the doctor here, doctor settings. So far what we have there is, if I could go there, I don't know why the link is not working. Are you know serious? The link is not going there. Are we? Let me just. Um, Okay, so doctor settings, we have some issues. There is no availability for this. Okay, in the doctor settings, we are having issues in the availability. Cannot read properties of null. So if I just go to, it is in the dashboard availability monday.ts. So I'm just going to go to availability Monday. So just control P, Monday .ts, and specifically it is online 23, uh, where we have the initial data and arrow of strings, and then we have profile dot availability this. Okay, so I think first of all we have availability here. The profile we send it. So we just come and say this profile is of any type here. So what we do if we could just do this if maybe if profile is there anyways. um can we just do if profile is there, and even this if profile exists, maybe we could just have um, so we just have also still let's just see. So we have still availability, then day. Where are we getting this day here? So we also okay. So we have to figure out if the person has not set any availability. Can I put in the day as give it default of Monday? I don't know if this they're supposed to be in this format, Monday or capital Monday or something. And that means we'll have to add some default configurations, maybe to have some days uh, already available. Just going to wait and see the errors. They will have to guide us on what to do exactly. We still have no. So you say cannot read properties of null reading Monday. Okay. Uh, we are supposed to have availability coming from. If you just go and check availability in this Prisma schema, just want to look at availability. Okay, so you can see on availability, actually on profile. So profile, you can also find you can have availability on the profile. And so let's just first go to settings and figure this out. Just go to settings, and this is going to be dashboard settings, doctor settings. I'm also on doctor settings, and you can just go under back dashboard doctor settings page. So here is where we get the profile. So the profile, I think we have the profile, but we don't have availability. So if we just come here on the settings, here we are pushing availability, we are pushing dot data. Let's just see, just a second. Let me, okay, so let's just try to solve this chaos we have here in the availability. So there is where we have availability, and we are sending a lot of things, availability settings, service settings. So we have the availability settings. I think they're the ones which are bringing the problems. Can I first comment them? Okay. So now we have the availability and the service settings. Let's start with the availability settings. Why are they giving us problems? So here in the availability settings, we are passing in the profile dot data. Okay, I guess it's just because we're using session here, profile. Okay, this one returns a promise with this data. Okay, and then just saying dot data. Okay, that one is okay. This is why we are sending the data. So on this data, there is availability. Okay, if you look at it, the availability, and then you can just say specific date. Okay, so I'm just going to go here, and on this profile, let's just go ahead and console.log the profile. I guess it is console here, the profile, all of it. Okay, just this one is the profile. So right now we have all the profile for this doctor. Just like this, you can see middle name, upload, gender, male, and all these page additional and all these stuffs here. Okay, so if you just look at right now, if you look at uh, okay, just look at this. So right now availability is just null. Okay, so availability is just null. So what do we want? So following the data, let's just send. So we have sent data in the availability. So what do we do with this? We receive it as profile, and we just say profile can be null. Here we are so consoling, we don't need this. We have already seen this. So here title is Monday, and the day is Monday. Then we send again the profile to this date. Okay. I don't know why we don't get from here. We don't get Monday days and we send them there. But let's just go, for instance, when you go to Monday, what do we do with the profile? So we have the day, which is equal to Monday. So the dates are actually defined. I don't need to define again. So what we do, we first extract availability from it. I think we are supposed to have done this from app, and we send the days, I guess, because what do we need from here? What we need, we first get availability. Say it is profile dot availability, which is true. Okay, we say it is profile dot availability, which right now is null. Okay, and then from there we say that initial data is, we can just also remove this, it is not necessary. Then we say it is profile dot availability, and this would of course say at a particular date. We are trying to get for this a particular date. So what do we expect to get from this? If we just go back to the schema just a second to confirm. If you just go to the Prisma schema and you just simply go to availability. So availability has all these, the Mondays are the strings. Okay, Monday is a string, this one is a string, and this one is a string. So all these days are an array of strings. And if you check these days, we have to check. We could just go here and where we send this the doctor profile. Can I just go Control P? Just go to availability, I guess. Doctor settings. I just go to doctor settings. Here. Okay. So here we're just getting this. I don't know why we don't even get availability from here itself. We don't need to say, for instance, in availability settings, we're supposed to send there this. If I say dot, and you can say we can send availability here. Okay. And this we change it to availability. We can change this to availability. Is that the spelling of availability? Just copy this and paste it here. Okay. So availability. So we just go to settings. Okay. And of course, we already have the availability. So here instead it's just going to be availability. Just simply paste it here. And for the profile instead it's just going to be availability, and this availability is availability from Prisma. It can also be undefined or null. So now from here we could just actually find, and instead, for instance, in Monday, we could push there. What do we need, for instance, in Monday? If you just look at Monday, what do we need basically? So the initial data we just want is the selected times. Okay, so these are just like times, like 3 o'clock or what. This should be just time. Okay, so the only thing we just need to send is things concerning Monday. We send Monday, I guess. So can I just have like a million pages? Why can't all these things close? Close everything, and let's just say Control P, and we can just go back to availability settings. Yeah, so here we have now our availability. We can just go ahead and just say, for instance, Monday. Okay, so we just say and say here on Monday we could just say data is going to be availability dot. So if you just now look at this availability dot, it has all these things. It has, for instance, Monday. So you just pass in for Monday. Okay. And that means like we don't need to pass in the day because already here we know the day. Okay. So we pass in the data for Monday already here. Okay. And this one is useless. So go to Monday and they just receive data. So just come here and we say data, and this data is going to be I think an array of string just like this. Okay, so that means we don't need availability, and we don't need all this and uh initial data. So this would just come and say initial data is equal to uh, data, and then we could just come and say, oh, in fact, let's just leave it outside here, leaving it as this. I'm just going to say that this is going to be, for instance, data, and then let's say put, for instance, like 8. If I just say 8 a.m. Just like by default, I would want to see this. So in Monday, we have a lot of errors. What errors do we want? Oh, if profile ID, we have a lot of things here we are doing. Let's see here. What are we doing? Await. Oh, okay. I think that's why we want the profile. We want to update the profile with the ID. Okay, apart from the ID, what else do we need? So we have profile ID and this. Okay. Before I disintegrate the whole thing we built for years, and can we just like first go back this step, just like this, I guess, for this. Okay, so this was just like this. The file was like this, and for this also just first go back for a second, just like this. I think it was just like this. Okay, so I think we still need a profile in each day because we want the profile ID plus the availability ID to be able to update the dates. So the only thing I'm just going to do is that since we are getting everything here, we we're just going to go ahead and do what? Mm, so here on the profile dot availability dot day, remember if this is uh, in the first case, this is null. Profile dot availability is going to return null. Okay. In that case, we could just say something like let initial data is equal to we could just say let's initial data just like this, and we could just come and update the initial data. Okay, and we could just say this is string, just like so. So we could just come here and say is going to be like this, and I will initialize it with some data, I guess. So we could just come and just check and say if profile dot availability, okay, if profile dot availability, if this returns true, then we could just come and define a this. We could just come and define this here. And for now, I'm just going to say initial data here is equal to, uh, remember this is going to be equal to availability. So that means we could initialize it as an object. Uh, we can initialize it as an object. I'll just say now. And if we do that, then we have a couple of errors. For instance, selected time is based on this. Oh, no, this initial data is this selected time. So this one we could just say is not equal to null, but they just give it like a 7, just like that. And I think for Monday will not have problems, but for other days now, if profile dot availability reading properties of an undefined, mhm, we could just say if profile and profile dot availability maybe. Okay, so for Monday you can see it as this, you know. Okay, so we could just like have the way this looks like. We need to give a detail. If I can just look at this, the selected time, the format it is just console.log selected times here. Mm, okay, so it's supposed to be in this format here. Okay, So just putting in here like this. I can remove this. Okay, so we have something like this. So what we just have to do is at least, because if I got Tuesday, at least it might get an error. I think the first one, it is the one which has a problem. Others are okay. Okay, so we just need to give at least a default. Okay, we have to give a default a list of 7, just like this. If they want, they can just go ahead and just they remove that. So at least we have 7 here. Okay. Okay, so the time is okay. Let me first clear all, and let's add 7, 8, 9, 10. In fact, they just add the whole, maybe the whole day, except maybe lunchtime 1 and maybe 6. Okay, so you can just save settings and just see if this one is still working. Okay. And since something is not right, okay, because it is saving endlessly. Just scroll down, we see if there is any problem. It doesn't seem to have any problem. Yeah, let's just go and see this endpoint. What's the problem here? So first of all, if you see here, it is saving. So we are saying if no selected time. Okay, we have undo add and remove. So here on saving, so we need the profile.id and availability ID. That one will be just updating. As if we have profile ID only, that means we haven't added anything in the profile. So it's supposed to load this one. It is, why are we having this like this? We have if, and then we have else if, and then what now? On Monday it's supposed to be Monday here, I guess. First of all, if I'm not mistaken, it should be Monday, right? Data Monday, not save it on Tuesday. And then we are saving the profile. I don't know why this is not working. I can just go and refresh this. Let's start with the profile ID. If it is reaching, just go ahead and console.log selected times plus the profile.id. Okay, so they're saying that already this one, just see if it exists. I'm just going to go to inspect. Okay, so the profile ID is undefined. The profile ID is undefined. Why is the profile ID undefined? Because we have a user and a user who has a profile. Where did we lose the profile from? We passed here the profile. We have here the profile. Before this, okay, okay. We are still having here some problems. Just profile.data. This one's supposed to be profile.data. Let's just go and check. Then we get the profile. Okay. So now we should have the profile. Just reload. And so the error we are still getting is the same error. So const initial data is equal string. So just go and do the same thing of lating. Just go to this Monday. So we have to read this Monday and is 7. Initial data is if profile dot availability. And I think this we could just also just say if and if profile dot availability dot for this case Monday, I guess. I don't know, this doesn't seem right. Okay. So I don't know, where is it getting const? I don't get it. If you just check here, it is having as if it is having the old code. Oh, this is in Tuesday. Oh man, so we have to do this for all the days. Okay, we have to do this. This is Tuesday now. Okay, I was changing, thinking that this is in Monday. Monday we are okay. So now you could just go ahead and just change this. Okay. And that means we have to do the same. I think the only thing we have just changed is this. Control C. So let me just go to the days. So we have Monday, Tuesday. So if you look at it, it is having the same thing of the initial data. Okay, so we just go ahead and just do this statement late, and then we just say if there's profile, then we can just go ahead and update this. So now this is going to, I think, go to now Wednesday. Yeah. Just go to Wednesday and we're just checking this availability. Just like this, paste this. So now this is going to go to Saturday. Okay, so just do Saturday, Friday, and all of them. Just come here, paste this. Let's go to Friday. I'm just going to come paste this Friday and then Saturday. So Saturday, I'm just going to go ahead and just also do the same thing Saturday. Sunday. I'm just going to go and update this. Okay, so now let's just go and see. Okay, so for all of them, they have just only 7, which is really okay. You can add 7. This is not saved in database, and you can just go ahead and add other things. Now let's go back to Monday and add all days. Add all, and let's remove 1 and 6, and let's save. Okay, settings updated. I can refresh this. So you can see these ones now they persist. Let's go to Sunday, and there is nothing in Sunday. Okay. Now let's go to services. I just simply want to save these, see if they work, because service now is what we want, what we worked on last time. If I just go back to, let's go back to settings, doctor settings. So we have this doctor service settings. It takes in this. So we have all the things we did. Service, return, blah, blah. We did all these things here. Okay. We did all these things there, like so. So one thing we didn't do, I think, was to save the database. Okay, so we have the profile, we have the services, we have this, we have almost everything. So now what we need is there is this update service form. So update service form has the profile ID, has everything. So we have even handle update service. It takes in data, get service ID, this one, and we can console.log the data. So just go and check that. Just go to the console, this side, clear this, select mental health, this. For this one, we need to select dizziness and fever. So just click on save. Okay, so you can see we have everything. Profile ID, we have it. Service ID, specialty, and symptom IDs. So I guess we need to create a server action to do that. I'm just going to go up here on onboarding services. I don't know why did we create this. Already in this, I think onboarding, we have a lot of functions that we can use. We have create. I want the one for the update. So it is this update doctor profile using the ID. So this is the profile ID, and of course the data we are updating. We could just use this. There is also update availability by profile ID. So we don't need this. Get application by track. Okay, this one complete. Okay. Then we have get pro. Okay, just going to use this update update doctor profile, because if you check in the doctor profile, here, before we finished the last episode, we added in other things like we went and added in service ID, we added in specialty ID and symptoms. Okay, and so these are the ones we have here. So once save this data in this, now what we can just do is go to this update form. Of course, we have the data here. I'm just going to do a try catch. Just go ahead and also.log the error. And here we can just await update doctor profile. Okay, and then this needs an ID. It needs an ID and document and data. So can you say we have the profile ID, so just come here and specify the profile ID plus the data, plus the data here, and in this data we don't need this profile ID. Okay, so we could just like do pass in this information. Now if you make this, just go and make this async. Okay, now we could just also have a loading state for this. Const loading set loading, and then we can just say is equal to use state, is equal to use state, and then just say is equal to use state, and then say false. Okay, so with that being done, we just need to we already have, I think, on a click on the button. So the only thing is just to handle the saving, just come and just say here saving or updating. So I'm just going to say if loading, okay, uh, loading is going to say if loading. If it is true, then we just come and say here saving, please wait, else just have this normal text save. And the same as disabled, so here I'm just going to say disabled, and this is going to be determined by uh, loading. So if loading is true, disabled is going to be true. Okay, so we have this. So we should just now update this and should work. On it, we have also to add a toast. So if everything is okay, just go and say toast dot success, and we could just say profile updated successfully. And let's also get here that set loading. Let's make it true, and then inside here after this set loading to false, the same as here. If there is any problem, we set loading to false. Okay. Is there anything else we need to check before we send the data? Now we don't have the initial data for now, but in the future we just need to get this, and that means we might just have a different, because if you look at this, the update profile, if I just go to the update profile function, this one, if you look at it, is not even revalidating anything, and in this case we need to revalidate some pattern path. Okay, so I'm just going to instead copy this. I'm just going to copy this function into services. I think create service, get service, delete service. We have a lot of things here. I'm just going to come and add this. I'm just going to say update, update service. Okay, just say update doctor profile with service. So you just want to update to service simply, and what I just want is to revalidate path. So just come and say before you return revalidate path, and we just want to put this path here, these doctor settings. So dashboard, we're just going to put this here, revalidate dashboard doctor settings. Okay, great. I'm just going to go ahead and select and try to save. Now let's just go and save with this new this server action, doctor savings, update service. Just go ahead and just do this. Update doctor profile with service. So I'm just going to go ahead and refresh. Okay, and just go to service settings. I'm just going to go here, select main to primary this. For this one, I'm just going to go ahead and select a few of them. Okay, just like that. Save. I'm just going to get and save. Okay, profile updated. Okay, so now if we just look at the profile, I wish you could just go ahead and look at the profile now. I'm just going to reload the settings. So now we should have a new profile, and we are supposed to have here the service. Okay. For instance, the ones they selected, we could just have them here as the default. So let's go ahead and I think console.logs profile. Console.log profile. Okay. We just go and see profile now. Go to the console. Go back to the console. Okay, so this is the profile, all of it. Scroll, and we have tons of data. Okay, so if you can see that we have a service ID and we have services offered: gynecology, general medicine. We have specialty ID. We have the symptoms. So the data was updated. Okay. So now what would show is we could just go ahead and show this here on this. I don't know how we would show that, but would want to get this for instance selected service ID. We would want to give it a default. Okay. For instance, if I just went and I copied this service ID, just Control C, and I just give it as the default here. Let's see what happens. Okay. Okay. So you can see now we're supposed to have I don't know if this is showing that we're supposed to have like this service selected. Okay. Or what we would have is the doctor should see his services. Okay, he should just see his service maybe here. We could just say selected service. We put, and then he can modify the service if he wants. How would we do that? we have the service ID. We could just show him the default. This one, does this take in a value? Seeing here we have selected option and we are not using it anywhere. Where does the selected option supposed to be seen? Where is this item? Options. We are supposed to have somewhere like the default something, the default value. So we should just work on that. But at least right now we can update the service. Okay, we can update the service. I feel like right now somehow tired. We're just going to resume from there next time. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode.